force, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll try to run for it with Davis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Rodney Gunter able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's get it. Rip left. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk 96 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't give it. How does that change the mentality this go around? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Terrell McClain able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. Give him 8 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Check 52.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Johnson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come.
He's got a man complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 76 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, it's Cohen. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Check, ready. Get the flag. Shoot the ball. Match box. Right.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. 12 yards there and a first down. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. Brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray now on first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Johnson, the intended target. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Second down and goal. Trubisky. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bilal Nichols just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on first down, Murray. Fitzgerald's got it right side.